Well, good morning, boys and girls. Welcome to another SJK Online. I hope you have had a really good week, and I hope you're ready for another good day of SJK Online. But first, we're going to go over to get our warm-up video again. So let's go over to Peter, Zach, and Enya.
Morning everyone, welcome to our video today. We're doing the steps today. All you need is a step, and step one is to just do some steps like this. Warm up and see how many you can do inside 10 seconds. You ready? Steady, go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Whoa, how many did you do? 118? 15? I did 118. Okay, next one. We're going to do squats. So squat like this, hold this position, and jump up to here. And jump back. How many of those can you do in 10 seconds? Are you ready? 118? 3, 2, 1, go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. How many did you do? 18. Well done. 118. That was hard. Right, what's the next one we're going to do? Well, we're going to go down into this position. I like to do some press ups, but we're going to go from here, and then we're going to stand up by going 1, 2, 3. Okay, and then we'll do that again. Go here. 1, 2, 3. How many of those can you do in 10 seconds? That's good. Give me 10, 1, 1, 8. Ready, steady, go. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 3. 1, 2, 3. Oh, I'm beat. How many did you do?
5.
Well, there you go. There's some simple steps you can do on a step, even if all you're doing is just the simple steps. So thanks very much for watching. Stay fit, stay healthy. Bye bye from me, and bye bye from 118. Bye.
Well, thank you to the Burks for that great warm-up video. I hope you enjoyed it. But now it's time for the challenge. And Liam, Jude, and Sarah are all bringing the challenge for us today. So let's go over and see what that challenge is.
Hi everyone. Today our challenge is musical statues. So get up from them sofas.
Oh, I think Bunny was still moving. Bunny, you're out. Oh, Mama's out. How are those mamas at home doing? Any of you fallen down yet? Well, let's get dancing. Oh, that was a close one. Oh, Judah! Have you done at home, everybody? Who's the winner of your house? It looks like champion at the Hawk House is Liam David.
Okay, now it's time for What's the Crack with Enya and Zach. So get ready to laugh, because there's a couple of jokes coming your way.
What's the crack with Enya and Zach?
What do you call a fish with no eye? I don't know. Fish. Ha 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 ha. Why did the goldfish blush?
I don't know.
Because the seaweed.
Ha 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 ha.
Cut!
Okay, now we're gonna sing a song, and that song is Jesus is the King. So let's sing this song together.
Jesus is the King, ruler over everything. Jesus is the one promised from the Son of God. Jesus is the Lord. He's the one you can't ignore. Jesus, He is the King. He is the King. He commanded the fishermen, hey, come follow me. And they did. And they did, and they did, because Jesus is the King, ruler over everything. Jesus is the one promised from the Son of God. Jesus is the Lord. He's the one you can't ignore. Jesus, He is the King. He is the King. He commanded the wind and waves, hey, be still, be still. And they did, and they did, and they did, because Jesus is the King, ruler over everything. Jesus is the one promised from the Son of God. Jesus is the Lord. He's the one you can't ignore. Jesus, He is the King. He is the King. He who promised that 3 days after death He'd rise again. And He did, and He did, and He did, because Jesus is the King, ruler over everything. Jesus is the one promised from the Son of God. Jesus is the Lord. He's the one you can't ignore. Jesus, He is the King. He is the King.
Well, boys and girls, now it's time for our story again. And we're following the story of Jonah, aren't we? And last week we got up to the point where Jonah was eaten by a fish. And when he was in the fish, he was in the belly for 3 days and 3 nights. And only after that period of time did he turn to God and pray. And after he did that, God told the fish to throw Jonah back up onto the beach. And so that's what we got to last week. But before we continue our story, boys and girls, I want to ask you a question. Have your mum and dad ever given you a message to give to your brother or sister? Maybe they said to you, go up and tell your brother or sister that dinner is ready. And so you run upstairs and you tell them, but they don't believe you. Has that ever happened? Well, when I was a kid, I have 2 brothers, and when we were young, we used to mess about loads. And I used to go upstairs. My brother, one of my brothers would have been playing Xbox or PlayStation. I would have said to them, listen, Mum wants you. But Mum didn't really want them. I was just playing a joke. And so my brother would leave the console, leave the Xbox and the game he was playing, go downstairs and say, yeah, Mum, did you want me? And Mum would look at him and say, no, I didn't want you. And my brother would look really silly because my mum wouldn't have known what he was talking about. But this would have backfired on us, because when my mum and dad actually wanted us to give a message to the other, we wouldn't believe it. We would think that they were playing a trick on us. And so sometimes we believed the message and sometimes we didn't. But when you receive any sort of message from anybody, you have the choice whether to believe it or not to believe it. And in our story today, we're going to find out what the people of Nineveh do with the message that God gives them. Will they believe or will they not believe? And so let's continue our story and find out what exactly happens. And so, as I said before, Jonah prayed to the Lord in the belly of a fish. And the Lord commanded the fish to spit Jonah out onto the beach. And Jonah got up and he was just wiping himself off. He would have had all stinking stuff all over him. So he'd been wiping himself off. And the Lord came to Jonah a second time. And he says to Jonah, "Go to the great city of Nineveh and proclaim the message that I will give you." And so Jonah this time listened to God and obeyed. And so he set off going towards the city of Nineveh. But Jonah, even though he was obeying God, he still didn't want God to save the people of Nineveh, because they've done so many bad things, and Jonah couldn't understand why God would want to save them. But he agreed, and he went towards the city of Nineveh. And when he arrived at the city of Nineveh, Jonah began to tell everybody the message that God had given him. He said this, he said, 40 more days and Nineveh will be overthrown. And as soon as Jonah gave this message to the people of Nineveh, what did they do? They believed the message that God had given them. And they all started to fast. So fasting, boys and girls, is basically stopping eating any food. So they didn't eat any food, and they put on sackcloth, which was a fabric made from goat's hair. Now they did this, boys and girls, that seems a wee bit strange, but they did this to show God how much they were sorry, and to turn away from their sin. That's how they showed God that they were genuinely sorry for what they had done. And so that's what they did. They put on sackcloth and they started fasting. But will it be enough? Will God save them? Well, we'll find out that next week. But what can we learn from this short bit of the story, boys and girls? Well, boys and girls, there's two things that we can learn from this story. The first thing is that God was determined. He was determined to give Nineveh this message, to warn them about what will happen to them if they do not return to God. And he does this by sending Jonah with this message. But why does he do this? What's the reason? Well, it's because God loves them. It's because of the love that he has for them. And it didn't matter how many bad things that they did, God would still want to save them because he loves them. And so God gave them this message of warning because he didn't want them to perish. And in the same way, boys and girls, we are like the people of Nineveh. We have done bad things. We have messed up. But the amazing news, boys and girls, is that just like God sent Jonah with this message, Jesus was sent to us with a message. Jesus says, "Come to me and find rest. Come to me for eternal life." Jesus said, "I am the way, the truth, and the life. No one comes to the Father except through me." That's what Jesus said. And so we can take great hope if we trust in Jesus, boys and girls, because Jesus will save us if we trust in him. And God gives us so many opportunities in our life to turn to God. But all we need to do is to accept Jesus into our hearts and to follow him the rest of our lives. God doesn't want anyone to perish. So that's the first point. The second point is that the word of the Lord has power. Jonah was only given a few words to say. He didn't have a full speech. He didn't have a big stage and all flashing lights and all these different things to entice the people. No, all he had was a few words. But they were God's words. And those words were enough to change the hearts of the people of Nineveh. The word of the Lord has power, boys and girls. And the word of the Lord is found in our Bibles. It's found in our Bibles. And so we have to trust in this book, that this book is true and that it has power. It has the power to save. And so those are the 2 points I wanted to give you this morning, and I hope that this story was helpful and you understood the meaning. But for now, we're going to go over to Ruth, who's going to give us the memory verse.
Hi guys, it's Ruth and Steve here, just doing the memory verse for Kids Zone this week. We're going to throw the ball backwards and forth as we say the word, so here goes.
But
God
demonstrates
is
own
love
for
us
in
this
while
we
were
still
sinners
Christ
died
for
us.
Romans
Chapter 5.
verse 8.
Okay, now we're going to sing another song, and this song is called Counting on God. So let's sing this song together.
That's beautiful.
Well, boys and girls, now it's time for the craft. And we don't have a craft, unfortunately, this morning, but we have a few wee sheets that you will be able to do at home. So the first one that you will get is a word search. So on this word search, you've all done word searches before, and this one has loads of different words that you can try and find on this word search. So that's the first thing you're getting, one of those. And the second thing you're getting is this colouring sheet. Now this is all, this kind of shows us a picture of Jonah telling the people of Nineveh the message God gave him. So that's the wee colouring sheet that I want you to colour in. Now, I told you last week you're going to get a wee competition, and yes, you're going to get a competition again. The competition is to colour in this sheet of paper, to colour in this colouring in picture as well as you can, and send me the photos of it, and I will show everybody all your photos next Sunday and choose a winner who will get a prize. So that's the two wee activities that you can do at home this morning, and I hope you enjoy them. Okay, last week we had a craft, and I was to make one of these here. Now there's quite a lot of different elements into making this kind of craft, and so I know that a good few parents didn't have the material, but Zach made his craft there last week, and so I just wanted to show you Zach's craft because I think it's class. I think it's really, really good, and so we're just gonna look at Zach's craft now. Well, Zach, you did a really good job, really, really well done, and I know that most of the other parents didn't have the materials, and so apologies for that. But this week will be a wee bit different with those colouring sheets and the word search, so I hope the kids really enjoy those as well. Well, that's us for another Sunday. I hope you have really enjoyed this episode of SJK Online, and thank you to everybody who was involved in the making of this video. But until next time, see you later.